Welcome to the Joe Fragilé channel. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to bring you the alternative truth and fight woke. On today's episode, the BBC is in serious hot water after religious leaders complained about the recent Christmas special episode of Doctor Who, Joy to the World. Now, there will be spoilers ahead, so for those of you who haven't seen the Doctor Who Christmas special, lucky you. If you have, or you don't care, proceed without caution. So, Joy to the World was broadcast by the BBC on Christmas Day and streamed on Disney Plus for the rest of the world. And at the end of the episode, Doctor Who made Jesus canon. Yep, I'm not kidding. Jesus is a real thing in Doctor Who now, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. The titular Joy becomes a star. Now, by that I don't mean she becomes famous. I mean she literally becomes a celestial being, a large, hot, gaseous heat and light generator around which planets sometimes orbit. And this star is shown to be shining over Bethlehem in 1 AD, just therefore marking the birth of Christ, according to the Bible story. Of course, this is yet another shark over which Doctor Who has jumped, but I'm most amused not by the terrible ratings or the lack of online interest in this special, seriously, nobody's talking about it, but in the backlash the BBC has received from religious leaders. So it seems that Islamic, Jewish, and Hindu groups in the UK are up in arms with the BBC for endorsing Christianity in such a blatant way. Previous Christmas specials have focused on more secular aspects of Christmas, like killer Christmas trees and killer Santa Clauses and killer tinsel? Was that killer tinsel? I feel there was. But they've shied away from overt depictions of Christian iconography. Now that they've done this, it's deemed unfair to other major religions, all of which should be served by the BBC, which is a publicly funded broadcaster and should serve all British people of all faiths. The BBC countered this complaint by saying, this is a special shown on Christmas Day, therefore it's going to have Christmas aspects to it. But also that Doctor Who is a work of fiction, and the content of each episode can therefore be considered fictional at the viewer's discretion. But the religious groups are not backing down. They took their complaint to the Office of Communications Watchdog, known as Ofcom, who upheld the complaint. Thus, the BBC is now forced to take action to redress the imbalance caused by Doctor Who's endorsement of Christianity. The BBC will be making 3 additional Doctor Who specials this year, one each centered around Islamic, Jewish, and Hindu doctrine. Showrunner Russell T Davies has spoken out against the decision, explaining that the need to make 3 religion-focused specials of Doctor Who would derail plans for Season 3, probably not be very popular in the ratings, not that it seems to make much difference anymore, and when asked of what he thought of the decision, here's what Davies said.
Now, viewers, what am I doing wrong?
Now, my sources are telling me that all 3 of these specials are being hastily written and, in parallel, are being sent into production as quickly as possible so that they can build the sets, they can prepare the special effects, and the major technical sequences, all that kind of stuff is all happening. I have been exclusively told the titles of these 3 upcoming specials, and I can exclusively reveal that they are Dreidel of the Daleks, Mark of Diwali, and The Mosque of Mandragora. Great titles. When reached for comment, writer of Joy to the World Stephen Moffat said,
"Stop complaining, stop bellyaching about it, and admit that it's absolutely bloody brilliant."
So, what do you think about these 3 new episodes? Are you looking forward to them? Do you think this is political correctness gone mad? Do you think these religious leaders have a point? Do you think Christmas specials shouldn't actually put Jesus in them? What are you doing? My God, it's the whole world gone mad. Do you think Russell T Davies will invent a smart gnome and make Gromit's life unbearable? Sound off in the comments below. Our reading today is taken from the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 2 verse 9. Sounds like a real Bible verse. When they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And Joy said, "Hello there, I'm a young Irish lady from Bridgerton. It's a bit hot up here. Could you perhaps ask the doctor to come rescue me? And the wise men did look confused, and said unto each other, Behold, a talking star! We shall ignore the baby Jesus born in Bethlehem on this night, and worship this star instead. And Joy said, Bugger. Thanks be to Joy for her world, her worlds, her word. Amen. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to fight woke wherever I find it. Thanks for watching. For God's sake, please like and subscribe for more, and have a great day. You know, Bob, apparently Doctor Who was the 5th most watched Christmas Day show. I mean, that would be great if Gavin and Stacey hadn't got 18.4 million. Maybe James Corden needs to guest star on Doctor Who again. Oh, God, no, forget I said that, please. Lord, forgive me.